Hello and welcome to Agiliron's training on creating an online B2C store and utilizing the template editor. To start off, we'll go to our Agiliron instance and log in by putting in our admin username and password and pressing login. Once you're logged in, we'll go from our home dashboard to the settings screen by pressing the wrench in the top right corner. To add our B2C store, we first need to make a sales channel for online B2C. Scroll down until you see Channels and click the link. Here you will see channels currently in your instance. At the top you'll see a drop-down with various channels we can add. We are creating an online B2C store, so we'll select Agiliron B2C Web Store, then click New Channel to begin. Starting in the channel information, you can see that we will need to have a future URL for this channel to be linked to. If you're unsure, that's okay. This can be changed when you are ready. My URL is b2c.arcarenow.com. Next, we will verify that all of the default options are correct. We accept US dollars, are utilizing our e-commerce price book, and we have our inventory location set. Now we will select a template for our online store. Click on the search icon to open the templates list. When working from these templates, they will not appear like the images. The important part of selecting a template will be how you would like the setup to look. The top portion of the template will be an image or a slider. Underneath these are smaller image banners. They are separated into various column sizes. You will need to select the best slider image column combination to best fit your business. Click the image to select it as your template. A pop-up will let you know that selecting the template will add an amount to your credit card billing. If you have prepaid for a template, it will not charge you. Press OK to accept. Next, in the channel setting, you can type your starting order number by typing the number you would like your orders to start at. I've chosen to start with a 5-digit number, however you can start as small or large as you would like. Here, you can also decide whether or not to automatically update various items from Agiliron Backoffice into your new web store. If you choose this method, nearly all changes will appear in your store without notification. The specials price book should be set by default. Press save and your channel is set. Keep in mind, the saving will take time as the system is building your entire online store. You'll now see your B2C web store in your channel listing. The channel name is the URL we added. Now, let's get to editing our online store. Click the Edit button. In the channel, we now have a temporary URL to review what our store looks like. I'm going to open this in an incognito window. You'll notice that this page does not have the images and text from the template, but that's okay. We will put our own images, text, and items into our store. As you can see, we have a logo in our top left, 2 slider images, and a large banner and a small banner image. Let's close this window and begin working on our template. Now that we have our channel set up, we can see different sections available in our channel editor. We'll be focusing on our store setup. Here we have custom pages, standard pages, shipping and payments, the server file browser, and configuration. Configuration has a set of tabs for itself as well. Store, email, homepage, display elements, images, labels, categories, browse by, cart, inventory, Google Analytics, and Google Base. Here in the Store tab, we set our name or store name as store owner. My store is going to be AI Shoes Test B2C Store. I'm going to leave the address, but you can make sure that your address is correct. Don't forget to set your country and state, province, or locale. As you can see, your country should be set first. Then pick your state. Mine is Oregon. Next is the Favicon. This is the little image that's at the top of a web page. Click Choose File and select the Favicon image that you have created. If you don't have one yet, just let your Agiliron onboarding team member know. It's not required. Once we've finished setting the Favicon, we'll scroll to the top and click Save. Now we are back to our channels. Let's go back into editing the channel. In our standard pages, we can see commonly used pages in most websites. These each have their own text editor that will create the HTML or code for you. conditions of use, shipping and return policy, privacy policy, which is important if you take any type of customer information, and lastly, your Contact Us page that will let your customers know the best way to contact you. In the Shipping tab, you will set the shipping rates for your web store. The most common is flat rate table-based shipping. This can be different for your site, especially if you don't charge for shipping or if you have a 3PL. Payments are the type of payments you will accept on the website. There is Authorized.net, WorldPay, Offline Credit, Normal PayPal, Check, COD, Mercury Pay, or Gift, or a purchase order. The most common for B2C are PayPal and Authorized.net for your normal merchant processor. Once selected, these will create new tabs under Payments. Here, you will configure payments to your respective accounts. Next on our list is the Server File Browser. If you have a web designer on staff or you intend to hire one, this will be an important area. Some good information to know is that our templates backend utilize Bootstrap, PHP, and HTML. Each of the pages in our templates folder correspond to a portion of each of the web pages that you can view. Back into our Configuration tab, we can edit the emails sent by the system. Next is the Home tab. This is where you will set what products you would like on the front page of your new online store. You can select new products, feature specific items, or even put in custom HTML and images. In Featured Products, you will utilize the search tool that we use throughout your Agiliron instance. I'm going to stick with new products for now. Next, you may have noticed nearly every single page has SEO title, description, and keywords. These are important on how you would like your search results to show. When thinking about search results, the title is normally the bold headline that appears on Google, Yahoo, or Bing. The description is the small snippet about either your company or the types of products available. This shows directly under your title. The keywords are what you want your site to show up when people search for things. You will want to be fairly generic with most of your keywords, but also include a couple of specific keywords that really reflect in the products that you sell. My example is shoe-based. I will use shoes as a generic, Nike to become more specific, and Air Jordans to really narrow it down. Using common search phrases is good for showing up on more searches. I use men's shoes, kids' shoes, and cheap shoes. Display elements are utilized to show specific items on a page. The items here are template specific and only certain things can be changed depending on the template that you chose. At this point in time, I will not be changing any of these elements. At the end of the list, you will see more on how you would like your products displayed. Display as a grid is a way to keep all of your products lined up on each page properly. I also prefer to show more products in each row. Matrix display format will allow you to sell different styles of the same item. You can have the styles split or in a single view. If you want to display the SKU price to the customers even if they're not logged in. Again, I prefer to show more products in each page. Last, do you want your customers to review your products on your website? With product reviews for shoes already out there, I'm selecting No. In the Images tab, you can decide if you want to allow customers to click to enlarge different images, the size of each type of image, even to enable the zoom feature or not. Next, in the Labels tab, we will decide how to name our pages, like when we have a sale or in the shopping cart, short labels, checkout menu, etc. At the bottom, we can set a message when a customer creates an account. In categories, we can decide how many levels down we will go to show subcategories, whether or not we want to show empty subcategories, or display top-level categories in bold, or if we want to show how many subcategories each main category contains. Browse by is how your average customer will casually browse your online store. Most people will use the default, so no editing is required. For the Cart tab, we will edit how each customer will see their online shopping cart. You can choose whether or not they will need to create an account, if they can see category images, and whether we should display the cart when a product is added. You can also choose to display the manufacturer, exclude discounted items from coupons in checkout, and whether or not you have conditions customers need to accept in order to check out. The Inventory tab contains the ability to show whether or not you want customers to see items out of stock, or even check out without items in stock. This is usually for assembly items. You will also set the out-of-stock messages if you choose to have customers order items that are no longer in stock. The last two tabs have to do with Google Analytics, tracking, and Google-based data feeds. These are usually left alone unless you are utilizing these already. If so, just let your Agiliron contact know. Now, let's get into our template editor. We'll click the button with the 3 horizontal lines to edit our template. The first thing we see in the template editor is the header portion of our online store. This is the area that has our logo, links, search bar, and cart. To edit our logo, we just right-click the logo and select Update Image. I select my logo and press Open. Now my logo appears in the logo area. After any change we make, we need to save, so no changes will be lost. The Save button is in the drop-down next to the computer screen icon in the top right. Speaking of the computer screen icon, when you click it, you can change how you view the template, how it will look on a tablet, or even a phone. In the header links, you can change most of the size and color of the fonts. Right-click the links, then select Change CSS. Select different fonts and colors to change or keep it the same. Although you can see trash cans for each of the display items in the header, they are not removable within the template editor. To view other portions of pages, you can utilize the navigation in the top right. This is the drop-down with the 3 horizontal lines. The index page is the home page or the main page of your online store. Here, you can see all of the main elements of the home page: the slider, and the banners underneath. Scrolling through each slide and on the banners, you can see the image sizes you will need in order to replace with your own images. To update these images, you will right-click and select Update, the same with the logo earlier. You can also add more slides by right-clicking and select Add Slide, and upload a new image. Each page and page element are editable in the same ways. The last item we are going to edit will be the color settings. Color settings are located under the navigation in the top right, then Color Settings. Here you can select the color for each of the elements using the color picker, RGB numbers, hue and saturation levels, or color hex code. Setting the perfect color does take time, so I will set each color and then press Apply after to see how it looks. And of course, save after every change. Let us take a look at how our page is coming along. Return to the channel settings, and then view our test site. Not too bad. Back in our editor, let's replace the images in our index page. Again, we need to right-click and select Update Image. I have images already sized to the correct dimensions. I will select those to be put in place for each slide. I have named each image to match where they would be located. Now another look at the test site. It's looking much better. Next, I need to make sure that my products are added to my channel. In the Products tab of the Agiliron backend, select the channel that you'll be adding the products to. Select the products that you want to add, then Channel Actions. As long as your products are part of the price book connected to the channel, you can verify that they are selected and press Add to Channel. Next, in Settings, we'll go to Channels, select the B2C channel editor, and let's take a look at how our final store looks. Thanks for joining Agiliron's training on creating an online B2C store and utilizing the template editor.